Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing fine. This is lecture number 29 for English comprehension and composition. Before moving on to the details, let me tell you the objectives for today's lecture. We are going to talk about the cover letters. You must have heard the name of cover letters. We are going to talk about what cover letters are, what are the purposes of writing cover letters, their general structure, kinds and samples. We'll look at all the different kinds of cover letters, and then we'll also take a look at different samples of the same cover letters, and then how to write a cover letter. There is a comprehensive document on how to go about your cover letters. So let's begin with this lecture number 29 by talking about what a cover letter is. Never send a resume without a cover letter. We have talked about how to write a resume in the previous lectures, and you are quite familiar with what a resume or curriculum vitae or CV is. Just to give it a little bit of review, resume or CV is the brief history of your work and educational experience. Any work experience that you have, the skills you have acquired through the passage of time, and your educational background and your qualifications is something that is summarized in a resume. And a resume is sent over to an employer to get a job. A resume is a kind of an introduction of your personality in front of your employer in a paper form, and that paper form is always accompanied by a cover letter. And this lecture totally revolves around what a cover letter is. It's basically a kind of a letter that is written along with your resume. It's a kind of an explanation, but very brief explanation of your resume. Anything that you want to discuss with your employer, that is, you add it to your cover letter. So moving on, let's discuss the various purposes of a cover letter. Cover letter is used when responding to specific advertised openings or expressing interest in an organization. The basic purpose of writing a cover letter is to respond to a specific advertised opening. Opening here refers to a job opening. So whenever you look at a job opening or a job vacancy in a newspaper, on a website, or you get to know about it through your friend or any other source, and you are interested in it, you want to apply for that job, you write a cover letter and you send that cover letter along with your resume to be looked at or scrutinized by your employer. And you also express interest in various organizations. For example, you've always wanted to work with any mobile network of Pakistan. So you look at a job, or even if you don't find a job vacancy, you just send a cover letter and a resume expressing interest in working for that organization. And these kind of cover letters always have your own reason why you are interested in the organization, why the organization inspires you to work for it, what can you do to help the organization flourish, how can your skills and expertise be utilized or can be helpful in meeting the goals or specific aims of that organization. So when you compose your cover letter, you have to add such things in very efficient and effective manner. That means that your communication is supposed to be very meaningful and useful. So the organization would definitely want such people who are so motivated and so enthusiastic about working with them. Then it explains why you are sending the resume, how you learned about company or position. Now when your employer receives a resume, they definitely need an explanation why somebody is sending a resume, whether it's just to be kept in record or it is supposed to be looked at and the person is supposed to be called for an interview, or whether a person is interested in working for the organization or they are interested in a specific job opening. So whenever somebody receives a resume, they have one or two very specific questions in their mind, the questions that I just listed. So a cover letter is a document that answers those questions. So you have to be very careful that all those questions that you believe your employer might be asking looking at your resume, you have to answer those questions in your cover letter. And how you learned about the company or the position, that this is also one very important thing that you have to mention in your cover letter. In the first paragraph, you have to tell them how did you come to know about the job opening that you are applying for. If you are applying for the post of a managing director or a field manager or a program officer or a civil engineer, how did you come to know about it? Whether you read it in a newspaper, whether some friends told you, or whether you were just browsing through the website of that organization and you found that job. So this is a very important piece of information that is provided at the very beginning of your cover letter. And it also convinces the reader to look at your resume. Now, before somebody looks at your resume, they go through your cover letter. And your cover letter should be as such that it convinces the reader to go over and read your resume. If your cover letter is not a very effectively written document, it is likely for the employer to skip your resume. They would believe that if the cover letter is written in such a careless and casual manner, what would the resume look like? So they won't even move over to opening the resume and reading through it. So make your cover letter a convincing document, a document which lists your qualifications in a way and your skills in a very effective way that your employer is moved to reading your resume. And then it also calls attention to important attributes of your background. And then some very important, very specific details that you cannot mention in your resume in a lot of detail. They are the ones that are supposed to be discussed in detail in a cover letter. If there has been a long gap between one or two of your qualifications, you are supposed to explain that gap in a cover letter. Why was it there a big gap? Whether you were studying at that time, whether you were caught up in some personal issue, or you met an accident, or there was any other unavoidable reason behind that gap. Then again, you believe that your resume contains one or two very special achievements that you have, so you are supposed to highlight them in your cover letter. For example, you were given an award to perform for performing in your particular organization or the organization that you were working previously in. You believe that this achievement is something that is a milestone in your life, in your career, so you can mention that and explain how you got it and what was the feeling and what was the motivation and inspiration behind that, and how did that achievement help you in prospering or in moving on in your profession in the future. So that would definitely bring your employer special attention towards that achievement. There can be one or two, not all of them. Don't just pick one or two really special achievements and you can explain them there. Or any other attribute of your background, anything else that relates to your skills or your other achievements or your activities that you believe your employer might be interested in, or they are related to the job opening that you're applying for. Anything that really goes with it. For example, you're applying for the job of an auditor and you've been working, or you did an internship right at the beginning of your career a long time ago regarding auditing and what the procedures are involved in auditing. So you can mention that, and you can say that you were right from the onset you were interested in auditing, but somehow you got into other professions and now you want to come back to this profession. So a cover letter basically provides you a platform to explain things that are there in your resume. Then last but not the least, it shows your personality, attitudes, enthusiasm and communication skills. Now your cover letter is a kind of a document that explains or throws light on these things: your personality, your attitude, your personality overall. Before you even meet the employer face to face, before you are called for an interview, your personality is drawn in front of them in the form of an image with the help of your cover letter and resume. And then your attitude, the way you handle your cover letter, the way you write it, the way you provide information in your resume and then explain it or refer back to it in your cover letter, shows your attitude towards your life, your aims and objectives in your life, your purpose of working or getting into this particular profession, and your purpose of choosing this particular job opening and this organization. So always try to be very, very positive, very, very enthusiastic and full of life about your attitude, and expressing that attitude in your cover letter. And then your enthusiasm as well. Of course, when you are expressing interest in working with an organization, you have to use certain language, certain tactics which would show your enthusiasm towards working with this organization. You can go over to the website of that organization, look at their mission statement and the objectives of that organization, pick up one or two, rephrase those sentences and add them to your resume and cover letter to help the employer understand that you know the organization well and you understand what the organization is trying to achieve. This tactic would definitely get you closer to receiving a call for an interview. And then your communication skills are also reflected very, very explicitly with the help of your cover letter, because the way you communicate is very important for a prospective employer. Why they would call you for an interview answers the question in yes with the help of your communication skills that you use in your cover letter. Communication skills also include the use of language, and your cover letter and both resume are supposed to be error-free. Always make sure that there is not even a single minor error in your resume or cover letter before you actually send it over, whether it is in an email form or you send it over through mail. So these are the purposes of a cover letter. Moving on, we are going to discuss some do's and don'ts of cover letters, some important aspects of a cover letter that you have to do and some that you don't have to do while writing a cover letter. Don't repeat information found in resume. Mostly when we teach students to write a resume and then after that they are supposed to compose a cover letter, they believe that they just have to pick up information from the resume and add it to the cover letter. This is not so. You don't have to do this. All you have to do is that you have to pick up one or two really important special achievements that relate to the job opening that you are applying for and explain them. Explain them in a way that that is very precise, that is very comprehensive, and that shows or opens up your personality in front of your employer. So don't just repeat information. You have written in your resume that you worked with a particular organization from 2002 to 2007. You just don't have to repeat that in your cover letter. You have to say that while working for that organization you did this. So of course the employer would know that you worked for this organization, and the related information when and from what time to what time and what did you do would be in your resume. So you don't have to repeat information. You have to explain information that is really special, that is related to the job opening. Do sum up important qualities, areas of expertise and motivation about field or position of interest. As we just discussed, you have to sum up or very comprehensively, very briefly explain important qualities that you have, areas of expertise that you achieved in the past, and your motivation about this particular field or position of interest. And as I just said, you can just pick up one or two important aims and objectives of that particular organization, or any duties and responsibilities or requirements of that particular job opening, and rephrase those sentences and add them to your cover letter. That would help the employer understand that you know the job opening and the organization very well, and you are quite ready and motivated to work for them. And then your position of interest, whatever job you are applying for, you should know it quite well. आपको उसका जो भी एडवर्टीजमेंट है या जॉब जो वेबसाइट पर आया है या अखबार में आया है या किसी मैगजीन में देखा है आपने, उसको बहुत अच्छी तरह से पढ़ें. Always try to get to know it first. What are the requirements that are there for that job? So if you find that you are quite capable for those to fulfill those requirements, go for it and apply. Do include information about availability. This is very important. At the end of your cover letter, you have to tell the employer when and how, by what means are you available, whether you can be contacted through email in a more quick manner, or through phone, whether that is the office phone, your home phone number, or at your cell phone number. So always let the employer know at what time you are available. For example, sometimes when you apply for a job, you're already working somewhere. It's not that you're sitting at home and applying for the job for the first time or after a long time. You're already working somewhere and you find interest in some other job and you apply. So you have to let them know that you're presently working somewhere, and from 9 to 5 you're busy, and during office hours you cannot be contacted. So you have to let them know that you can be contacted during that time through an email, or you can be contacted on your cell phone number or home number later than 5 p.m. so that they know they are not supposed to disturb you while you are working somewhere else, and they can contact you through email. Do explain shortcomings or gaps in work experience and history. This refers to any gaps or any problems that you faced during your professional career. For example, sometimes it so happens that during your work experience or your professional career, you come up with a certain gap due to any reason. There can be any emotional or any physical problems. You could have met an accident, or there can be any family problem. There can be some emotional traumatic issue in your life that made you get away from your profession for some time. So you always have to mention that and explain that why that shortcoming occurred. Instead, if the employer finds out this gap in the resume and they don't have any explanation about it in the cover letter, so it's highly likely that they would need to ask you about it. So be ready for that, even if it is asked in the interview. But before that, you are supposed to mention a little bit of some kind of explanation in your cover letter about that. For example, you worked from 2002 to 2007, but after that, from 2007 to 2010, you didn't work at all in any professional organization. So you have to explain that whether during that time you were ill, you were emotionally disturbed, or you had a family issue, or you were working with somebody else, or maybe you were working on your own business, and that was not exactly a job experience. So always explain such gaps before the employer notices them and he or she does not find any explanation. Do try to keep the cover letter to 1 page. However, 2 pages are acceptable, especially when reflective of extensive work experience. You might have seen cover letters that are 2 or 3 pages long. So cover letters are not supposed to be that long. They are always supposed to be very crisp, very comprehensive, and very precise. You have learned précis writing, summarizing skills in this course. Apply those skills to your cover letters and try to make them as short as possible, and not just short, they're supposed to be comprehensive. They are supposed to contain all the information, but not more than 2 pages. 2 pages are also acceptable, but keep it to 1 page. If you can, keep it to 1 page. And especially, it can move over to 2 or 3 pages, especially when reflective of extensive work experience. Many people who have 20 or 25 years of work experience, those are the ones whose resumes are more than 3 to 5 pages, because they have to give detail about all the work experience that they have. So it's good that your resume is 2 pages, but try keeping it to 1 page. Cover letter, not resume. Now let's talk about the general structure of the cover letter. Cover letter, as I told you, is an explanation of your resume. It's a kind of a brief letter that explains why you are writing, and these are 1 or 2 important sections of a cover letter that you have to keep in mind. When we look at the samples later on, we'll see कि हर cover letter इन्हीं 3-4 divisions में divided है, और आपको बहुत ध्यान से अपने cover letter को इसी sequence में रख के लिखना होता है. So number 1 is opening paragraph. State why you are writing, how you learned of the organization or position, and basic information about yourself. In the first opening paragraph, you're supposed to state the purpose of your writing. As in all technical writing, you have to tell the other person why you are writing right in the beginning. We talked about memo writing, we discussed email writing, and in both these technical writings, both the forms of writing, I told you that you have to state the purpose of your writing right in the first line, so that the reader does not have to waste any of their time, and they get to know why you have actually contacted them about whatever you want to talk about right in the beginning. So same is with the cover letter. You have to let the employer or reader of the cover letter know that why you are writing, what is the purpose of your writing to them, and then how you learned of the organization. This is one very important piece of information that you have to give right in the first paragraph. You have to tell them whether you got to know about the organization or the job position by word of mouth, that is by any of your friends, or your employer told you, your colleagues told you, or some neighbor told you, or whether you found the information on the website, or a newspaper advertisement, or a magazine, or even it can be an ad displayed outside on the street, or whether it was a pamphlet or a brochure. So you have to give this information. This is one important part of cover letter. And then some very brief basic information about yourself. And moving on to the main body of the paragraph, this can be about 2 to 3 paragraphs. We'll look at the different samples, and you'll see how the body of the paragraph of your cover letter has been divided into 2 or 3 paragraphs, and what each paragraph is telling us. Tell why you are interested in the employer or type of work. Now in the body of the paragraph, the first body of your cover letter, in the first paragraph, you have to tell why you are interested in the employer, and this is the place where you can pick up 1 or 2 important aims and objectives or mission statement of that organization. Rephrase it a little bit. Don't just copy it. Never do that. You have to rephrase it in your own words. You learned that in précis writing, so apply that skill here and put that information here in this paragraph. You let the other person know why you are motivated to work with them, what is the reason that you are impressed with this organization and the particular job position. Why does the job position appeal you? Whether it is the challenging work that makes you go for it, whether it's the professional environment of the organization, whether it's the rapport of the organization with the other organizations of the same kind, whether it's the name and fame of that organization in that sector. So you have to let the employer know why you are interested in that employer or the job position. Demonstrate that you know enough about the employer or position and relate your background to the employer or position. Always demonstrate with any kind of language, effective language, how much do you know about the employer and position, and relate your background with that job. For example, if a teacher is applying from a college level, they've been teaching at a college level and now they're applying at the university level, so you have to relate your experience of the college with the university. You taught particular courses that are related to the courses offered in the university, or it's the professional environment, it's the different level of students, it's the name and fame of that university, or it's the kind of courses that they offer. Anything that appeals to you, you have to mention that here, and then relate that information with your work, the job that you are applying for. Never keep that job out of focus. Always keep it under specific focus, because that is one thing that is most important while writing a cover letter. And then mention specific qualifications that make you a good fit for the employer's needs. Anything specific in your qualifications that you believe makes you a very good candidate for this job, do mention those. For example, you are applying for the job of an English language teacher, and previously you have attended a workshop or a conference on ELT strategies or using technology in English language classrooms. So you can mention that, so that the employer knows that you are interested in a job position that you have experience for, that you have some exposure about, and you have learned about that particular field. So you need to focus on those specific qualifications or skills or interests that relate to that job that you're applying for. Refer to the fact that your resume is enclosed. In the end, by the end of the body part of your cover letter, you have to let the employer know that you have enclosed or attached to your resume, so that they, after reading the cover letter, they move over to your resume and read it. Now the third part is your closing paragraph. It is part of the body of your cover letter, but it is written here distinctly because it needs to explain certain things that we need to tell you. Indicate you would like opportunity to interview for a position or to talk with the employer to learn more about the career opportunities. Now in the closing paragraph, the one important thing that you have to say is that what action would you want the employer to take now? Whether you just need them to keep your resume in record, and any time when a job position is offered, they can call you, or you want an interview with them right away, or you will be calling up for follow-up. ये चीज़ें आपको अपने क्लोजिंग पैराग्राफ में मेंशन करनी होती हैं कि आप क्या चाहते हैं अपने एम्प्लॉयर से, आप उनसे इंटरव्यू की डेट लेना चाहते हैं, या फॉलोअप के लिए उन्हें फ़ोन करेंगे, या लेटर लिखेंगे, या ईमेल करेंगे. ये चीज़ें आप उनको वहाँ पर मेंशन कर दें. इंडिकेट यू वुड लाइक अपॉर्चुनिटी टू इंटरव्यू फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक पोजीशन, और यू वांट टू टॉक टू द एम्प्लॉयर टू लर्न मोर अबाउट द करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ व्हेन यू आर इंटरेस्टेड इन दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, और स्टेट हाउ you would follow up on the letter, such as calling the company or employer. Offer to provide employer with additional information such as certificates and references, and do say that any credentials or certificates that would be required will be available when on demand or when requested. And then the last part is thank the employer for his or her consideration of your letter or attached resume. It is a brief fourth paragraph. It's not actually a paragraph, it's just one line, but we call it a paragraph technically. It is it's just one line saying that you're really thankful to them for the consideration of your cover letter. You'll see in the samples that we discuss in the meantime that this fourth paragraph is not technically a paragraph. It is just one line thanking the employer employer for their time, because at this point in time they haven't done anything except taking out some time from their busy schedule and reading your cover letter, and that's a lot. At this point in time, that is a lot that they have done for you. So always thank them in the end. So these were some important sections or structure of a cover letter. Moving on, let's look at some formatting concerns. Now be sure use standard acceptable margins for page layout. If you are composing your cover letter in MS Word, your margins are supposed to be default margins, that is 1 inch margin on all 4 sides. That is the standard, that is acceptable margins about page layout. Use business letter style. First sentences are not indented. Business letter styles are basically, there are 3 different styles. One is in which all your paragraphs are written in the block form, and they are the first paragraph, the first line of the paragraph is not indented. That means आपका जो पहला पैराग्राफ या कोई भी पैराग्राफ है उसके पहली लाइन के शुरू में थोड़ा सा जो गैप होता है वो नहीं है. That is a business style, business letter style. The other style is also acceptable, but try not using that, because mostly in the modern cover letter writing settings this style is more acceptable. And then block style is acceptable, the very same style that we are talking about, with text flush with left margin. Text flush means that more of your text is concentrated on the left side of your page rather than on the right. That means that you're not supposed to put indentations in every line of your the beginning line of the paragraph. So your text flush moves over automatically towards the left side of the page. Now, one very important part that we are supposed to discuss before we move on to the how to writing a cover letter and the samples. It is the types of cover letter. There are 3 different types of cover letters: the application letter, the prospecting letter, and the networking letter. The application letter, which responds to a known job opening. You opened up the newspaper on Sunday, you saw a job opening, an ad about a job opening that you believe that you are quite fit for. You quickly gather up a good resume, you write a cover letter, and you send it over to the employer. That is the cover letter that is called application letter. Letter of application भी उसको कहते हैं. ये लेटर आप तब लिखते हैं जब एक नोन जॉब ओपनिंग अखबार में या न्यूज़ पेपर मैगजीन में या वेबसाइट पर आ चुकी है. इट हैज़ बीन लॉन्च्ड एंड द एम्प्लॉयर इज़ एक्सपेक्टिंग एप्लीकेशंस अबाउट इट. तो वहाँ आप ऐसा कवर लेटर जो है वो लिखते हैं. उससे हम एप्लीकेशन लेटर या लेटर ऑफ एप्लीकेशन भी कहते हैं. The second one is the prospecting letter, which inquires about possible positions. Now, you are at home and it's been about 6-7 months that you haven't worked, or now you believe that you should start working. You write a prospecting cover letter to inquire about all possible job positions in a particular organization. And it's not just one organization. You send over this kind of cover letter to different 3 or 4 different organizations, and then they respond कि ये job openings हमारे पास हैं, and if you feel fit for those आप हमें resume और cover letter जो है वो भेजें. And this cover letter is good or useful when you have just finished studies and you believe that now you should start working, and before actually going for just one job opening that you might get or might not get in the end, you write a prospecting cover letter and send it over to 3-4 different organizations so that you have choices to choose from, and they send the information to you through email or through mail about all the possible positions that they have or that are going to be launched in the future or near future. So आपके पास वो लिस्ट आ जाती है, उसमें से आप चूज करते हैं कि अब आपने किस किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए अप्लाई करना है. And the third kind of cover letter is the networking cover letter. Networking cover letter is perfect for students like you who are studying and by the middle of your degree you believe that you should start working now. आपके पास इतना volunteer experience है, कोई internship भी आपने कर ली है और आपको लगता है कि अब आपकी knowledge इतनी sound हो चुकी है that you should start working formally. you gather up a networking cover letter which requests information and assistance in your job search. This can be used for more experienced people as well, but it is always good for students who have no work experience, no paid work experience. You've been taught to write a resume for those who don't have any job experience. आपको एक resume लिखना सिखाया है इन्हीं lectures में, जिसमें आप अपने स्किल्स और एक्सपर्टीज़ को इस तरह मेंशन करते हैं कि आपके जॉब एक्सपीरियंस के बगैर भी आपका रेज्यूमे अच्छा बन जाता है. सो दैट इज़ अ रेज्यूमे दैट यू कैन यूज़ विद दिस काइंड ऑफ कवर लेटर. इट इज़ अ नेटवर्किंग कवर लेटर which you send over to different organizations requesting information and assistance in your job search. You tell them that you have recently graduated or you are still undergoing your studies. These are your minor subjects, these are the major subjects, this is the kind of internship or work experience you have, or volunteer experience. So these are the skills you have. You have very good leadership qualities, you are good in communication, and you are a good problem solver. So you let them know the kind of person you are, the kind of expertise you have, the kind of skills you have, and ask them to assist in your job search. So whatever job openings they'll be having, they'll be sending you information. आपका resume वो अपनी कुछ related departments में भेजेंगे, वहाँ से आपको calls आएंगी. So they would be doing anything possible for your job search to help you out with finding a job for yourself. Now these are the three kinds of cover letters, and this is some very basic definitions of these right in front of you. You just need to remember the names. Application letter, it tells you that you have to apply for a known job opening with this cover letter. Prospecting letter is asking for any possible job positions in the future, and networking cover letter is when you network with the various possible organizations regarding your assistance in your job search. So this is not very difficult to remember. We're going to talk about all the different samples of these cover letters in a minute. Now moving on, this is a handout about how to write a cover letter. Stepwise, we look at various different images about how to gather up your cover letter, and one by one we'll be discussing what to do when you are beginning with it, how to gather up an address, if it is a letterhead, how to do that, and what information you have to include in your cover letter. So let's begin. This is the handout that will help you, that will extremely be helpful for you to gather up a very good cover letter. Once you're through with writing one cover letter, you can always edit and proofread it a little bit every time you're sending it to a different organization. एक दफ़ा cover letter लिखने के बाद बहुत ही थोड़ी minor changes के बाद आप उसे different organizations को भेज सकते हैं. But do look at your cover letter and read it again when you are sending it to a different organization. एक दफ़ा का लिखा हुआ cover letter कभी भी हर जगह पर वैसा ही मत भेजें. हमेशा उसको थोड़ा सा पढ़ लें और उसमें से कुछ ना कुछ चेंजेस जो आपने करने हैं वो करें. How to write a cover letter? Don't throw a cover letter together in the hope that nobody will actually read it. To take advantage of its full potential, follow these steps. Sometimes we have this wrong notion that nobody actually reads these kind of communication. It's wrong. They always do, and they look at the layout of the cover letter. If it's short, they'll definitely go through it, and it does not take more than 2 to 3 minutes reading a cover letter that is only 1 or 1.5 page. So never think or never put yourself in an awkward position by believing that your cover letter won't be read by anyone. It will definitely be scrutinized by the employer. So to take advantage of the full potential of your cover letter, follow these steps. Step number 1, at the top of the letter, add a letterhead. Your letterhead should include your full name, address, telephone number, and email address. Now, sometimes this letterhead is replaced by your address. आपका जो inside address होता है वो आ जाता है, लेकिन it's good that you add your letterhead. वो आपके cover letter को एक बहुत professional look देता है, as if you got the letterhead printed out and then आपने उसके ऊपर cover letter लिखा है. So that really looks very professional, and it's not a difficult thing to do. It's very easy. As you can see, this is the letterhead. Instead of writing the address on the left side, आप उसको middle में करके you add up this line in the form of a header or something, और वो आपका letterhead जो है वो बन जाता है. That includes your name, your address, your phone number and your email address. Your full name, address, telephone number and email address. Here are some guidelines to follow when creating your letterhead. Your name should be in bold, 14 point or 16 point font. It should not be 12 point because वो फिर बाकी writing में mix हो जाएगा and your name won't be highlighted. Your name is the most important element of your cover letter, so it is supposed to be either 14 point or 16 point font, not 12. 12 is the standard usual form, 11 and 12. Your address and other contact information should be in normal 12 point font. The rest is supposed to be 12, but your name is supposed to be either 14 or 16. The font of your letterhead does not need to be Arial or Times New Roman like the rest of your letter, but it should be professional looking and easy to read. The rest of your cover letter is mostly acceptable or more easy to read in the form when it's Arial font or Times New Roman. These are the two fonts that are most easily understood, easily read and very clear. So अपना बाकी लेटर इसी फॉन्ट में लिखें, लेकिन आपका ये जो लेटर हेड वाला पोर्शन है ये किसी डिफरेंट फॉन्ट में हो सकता है. बट देन अगेन यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल दैट योर लेटर हेड इज नॉट सपोज टू बी इन सच अ फॉन्ट जो एक दूसरे में मिक्स हो जाए और पढ़ा ना जाए, बिकॉज दिस इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ योर लेटर हेड, योर cover letter, your name and your address, email and phone number, क्योंकि इसी से आपको वो कांटेक्ट करेंगे, वापस आपको मेल करेंगे या ईमेल करेंगे या कॉल करेंगे. सो ये ऐसे फॉन्ट में नहीं होना चाहिए कि समझ में ना आए. The most important thing to remember is to include up-to-date information so that you make it easy for the employer to contact you. If your phone number has changed or your email address has changed, always add the up-to-date information. Sometimes you move from one place to the other and you forget to change your address on your CV or resume. तो make sure that you do that. आप अपना एड्रेस अगर बदल रहे हैं, फ़ोन नंबर चेंज कर रहे हैं, तो वो चीज़ें यहाँ पर ज़रूर ऐड करें. You may want to include an extra line under the letterhead in order to create visual appeal and to separate the letterhead from the rest of the letter. This is the line that you can add, this line under here, to separate your letterhead or your inside address from the rest of the letter. And it looks really nice. It gives your cover letter a very good professional look. Moving on to step number 2. Below the letterhead, write the recipient's name and address. Now, here comes the name of the recipient and their email address, mailing address. The inside address of a letter includes the addressee's name and address with one item per line. Yes, you have to add one item per line, just like all letters. You know how to write letters and how to compose their addresses and all. You just have to use that information here. Under your letterhead, under your own address, you include the inside address. That is the addressee's name and address with one item per line. It does not matter whether you put the date first or last or how many blank lines you include between them, as long as it looks professional. Now, there is supposed to be this much space, not more than this, but it does not matter even if it's a little more than this, whether you include a line और आप इसको किस style में लिख रहे हैं. It does not matter a lot, but it is supposed to be very professional and it is supposed to be very clear. अब आप डेट जो है वो पहले लिख रहे हैं या बाद में लिख रहे हैं, that is totally on you. इसमें कोई hard and fast rules नहीं है, लेकिन it should look professional and clear. उसमें font style यहाँ से onwards आपका font Times New Roman या Arial ही preferably होना चाहिए, या कोई ऐसा font जो बहुत clear हो, बहुत easy to read हो. From here on out, use Arial or Times New Roman 12-point font throughout the entire letter. Set your margins to 1 inch and use single spacing. Yes, in this part you can use spacing and any kind of effect. किसी different font में कर सकते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ से onwards आपका font होना चाहिए Arial or Times New Roman, 12 point में होना चाहिए, size ये होना चाहिए, and your margins are supposed to be 1 inch on all 4 sides. बी एंड सिंगल स्पेसिंग, इसमें आपकी हर लाइन में स्पेसिंग ज़्यादा नहीं होती. Be sure your font is black, and if you are printing your letter out, make sure you use standard size paper, and the standard size paper is this one, 8.5 into 11. सो पेपर का साइज भी वो बता रहे हैं कि बहुत स्टैंडर्ड यूज़ करें, एंड ब्लैक कलर का फॉन्ट. किसी भी डिफरेंट कलर्स को कवर लेटर और रेज्यूमे में ऐड मत करें. इफ़ यू बिलीव दैट एडिंग अ लॉट ऑफ कलर टू योर रेज्यूमे एंड कवर लेटर वुड इम्प्रेस द ऑडियंस और योर एम्प्लॉयर, दैट इज़ रॉन्ग. दैट इज़ अ टोटली रॉन्ग नोशन. इट इज़ हाईली अनप्रोफेशनल टू ऐड एनी अदर कलर दैन ब्लैक टू योर कवर लेटर. नेवर डू दैट. रंग बिरंगे फॉन्ट्स में और डिफरेंट स्टाइल्स में और डिफरेंट बॉक्सेस और इन चीज़ों में अपना कवर लेटर लिखने की बिल्कुल कोशिश मत करें, बिकॉज ये चीज़ कभी भी आपके एम्प्लॉयर को इम्प्रेस नहीं करेगी. इट इज़ ऑलवेज गोइंग टू मेक दम फील कि आपने बहुत कैजुअल तरीके से अपना कवर लेटर लिखा है. स्टेप 3, नोट द डेट एंड एड्रेस ऑफ द रेसिपिएंट. द डेट इज टिपिकली राइट अलाइंड, बट देयर आर एक्सेप्शंस टू दिस. डेट यहाँ इस कवर लेटर में आपकी राइट साइड पे लिखी हुई है, बट देर आर एक्सेप्शंस. यू कैन सिंपली पुट द डेट राइट अंडर हियर. एक स्पेस के साथ दे सकते हैं, दैट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. इसमें किसी किस्म का कोई हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है, बट इवन इफ द डेट इज ऑन दिस साइड, दैट्स जस्ट ऑल राइट. बी श्योर टू रेफर टू द रेसिपिएंट बाय हिज और हर प्रॉपर टाइटल. व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग अ कवर लेटर, यू आर सपोज्ड टू बी वेरी वेरी केयरफुल अबाउट referring to your employer with their particular title. If they are a doctor, PhD डॉक्टर हैं या उनका टाइटल डॉक्टर है, मिस्टर हैं, मिसेस हैं, आप उन्हें उसी टाइटल से एड्रेस करेंगे. If you are not sure who the recipient is, right, to whom it may concern. Sometimes this happens with your networking cover letters. You don't know who the employer is, whether it's male or female. आपको नाम भी नहीं पता होता. You just know the name of the organization, so you just write to whom it may concern, and it means that your cover letter is supposed to be for those who are concerned, तो वो automatically उन तक पहुंचा दिया जाता है. और dear sir or madam, be very very general, dear sir or madam, because this would tell them that you didn't know who the employer is. However, it is always best to address a cover letter to a real person to make it look like you are not sending form letters. But it is always good that you do some research, try to get to know the organization और पता कर लें कि उसका employer मेल है या फीमेल है, उनका नाम क्या है, नाम के साथ टाइटल कौन सा आएगा. Always do this. ये एक थोड़ी सी अगर आप एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट कर लेंगे तो आपका कवर लेटर ज़्यादा प्रोफेशनल हो जाएगा. Step number 4, in the first paragraph, state your purpose. As we just talked about in the previous section of this lecture, that you have to state your purpose right in the beginning. In the first line, let your employer know why you are writing, because they don't have time to read lengthy paragraphs, and by the end of the letter they get to know why they have read this letter. So this would really make them angry and annoyed. So आप पहली ही लाइन में जिक्र कर दें कि आपने कवर लेटर क्यों लिखा है. Tell the employer why you are writing to them in 2 or 3 sentences. Very short. State the position for which you are applying or the one you would like to have should it become available. Yes, for your prospecting cover letters, sometimes there are no job positions available, और वो जब available होती हैं तो आपको बताया जाता है. So let them know that either you are writing to apply for a particular job, or you are asking for particular positions, or you are asking for job assistance. The kind of cover letter you are writing is supposed to be mentioned right in the beginning, in the first paragraph. And there are some points about it. It is unnecessary to specify how you became aware of the position, unless it was through a mutual contact or recruiting program, in which case you should make the most of the connection. It's mostly not really necessary to tell the employer how you came to know about the position, but if you got to know about it from a mutual contact, so that is something that you have to tell them about. If you got to know about the job through a mutual contact or recruiting program, try to make the most of this connection. Let the employer know that you got to know about the job from this source, and this is how you got connected with them, because that is important. If you are writing a letter of interest, also known as a prospecting or inquiry letter, in which you are asking about positions that might be available, specify why you are interested in working for the employer. Yes, with your networking cover letters, you have to to specify right in the beginning why you are interested in working with this particular organization. Now let's look at the sample first paragraph. I am happy to have this opportunity to apply as a paralegal at Mumford and Sons. As a Harvard graduate with several years of paralegal experience, I am confident that I can be an asset to your team. Now this is quite general. You just are showing a motivation and confidence in your ability to be a part of this organization right in the beginning. And I am happy to have this opportunity. This is also a very good start of your cover letter. Step number 5. In the middle paragraph or paragraphs, outline your qualifications. Make sure to match them to the requirements of the position. It's not just about copying your qualifications from the resume and putting them in your cover letter. It's about trying to relate those qualifications to the job that you have applied for. If you are writing to inquire about open positions, tell the employer how you can contribute to their bottom line, not what you want to get out of the deal. Let the employer know how you can be helpful in making their organization work properly or be more useful and become more professional and known, rather than talking about yourself getting any benefit for them. So from them, selfish interests mat mention kare, don't be self-centered. Talk about them rather than yourself. और इस तरह से sentences को rephrase करें कि आप अपने आप को उनके लिए helpful बना रहे हो, ना कि उनसे help लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हो. To do this, use what you have researched about the employer's background and history. As I told you, go through their mission statements, the organization objectives on the website or any other literature that you get about the organization, and use that information to let the employer know that you are quite interested. Make your qualifications jump out at the reader by researching the company to which you are applying for a job and tailoring your letter accordingly. Your qualifications are supposed to be the highlight of your cover letter. They are supposed to be related to what job you are applying, and they should be so clear that they should jump up to the knowledge of the employer. And when they are reading, that is one important highlight of that letter. This will also be useful if you get an interview. Some questions to keep in mind as you write are: what is the employer's mission? As I just said, go through the mission statement. What do they promote as the one thing that sets them apart from their competitors? What is that organization different about? How is that organization, that firm, that company different from the others in that same field? For example, you are applying for a job to a mobile network. How is that particular mobile network different from others? Why do you think you can be helpful to them? How do you think your qualifications, your career objectives match to the objectives of that particular mobile network? So ये research आपको पहले से करके रखनी है in case such things are asked from you in your interview. So you should be able to justify your point. What kind of customer base does the employer have? Who is their target audience? These are the things that you're supposed to know before you move over and apply for that job. What is the company's history? Who founded it? How has the business evolved? What are the main highlights of the company's performance over the past few years? These are very good questions that you need to know about. This is very basic information. You just copy it from the website and put it in front of you. Read it once or twice. You can remember it. What are the important highlights? What are the important achievements of that organization in the past? And then who founded it? What is the kind of business that they do? What is the service that they provide? ये चीज़ें आपको पता होनी चाहिए. It is always a very bad idea to go over and sit in front of an employer for an interview when you don't even know anything about the organization. ये एक बहुत ज़्यादा positive point होता है कि आप उस organization के बारे में बहुत अच्छी तरह से जानते हैं, and you are sitting in front of the employer and you are talking about their organization in a way कि आपने research की है उसके बारे में. You are quite interested in it. बहुत excessive flattery और तारीफ करने की sense में नहीं, but that you know about that organization well. And then let's look at this sample. For the past 4 years, I worked for Iggy and the Stooges Incorporated, where I took on over 150 cases covering everything from deed transfers to estate taxes to mortgage renegotiations. Although my projects were varied, a typical week meant researching cases to find relevant facts and precedents, interviewing clients and witnesses, preparing court documents, and maintaining a complex system of dockets and files. Now, these are the skills that the person has, and they have mentioned those skills in a list form, in comma से separated lists में उन्होंने एक paragraph में mention कर दिए. Now when the employer reads this and the job is quite related to what this all this is, so they would be very much interested in hiring that person कि इन्हें हम रख लें अपने पास ये सब कामों के लिए, because they've already done all this researching information and interviewing clients and witnesses. This is some legal information. As is typical with small businesses, I regularly took on other miscellaneous projects like coordinating meetings, training new employees, and troubleshooting computers and equipment. Now, these were the extra skills that the person did. To increase efficiency, I also rebuilt the company's filing system from scratch and digitized 8 years worth of case files. To increase efficiency, I also rebuilt the company's filing system from scratch and digitized 8 years worth of case files. Now, these two paragraphs kind of mention everything about the person's interests, the person's experience in a very, very narrowed down form. जो कुछ उन्होंने छोटी-छोटी responsibilities अपनी previous organization में की, वो सब यहाँ पे mentioned है. Step number 6, in the final paragraph, include a positive statement or a question that will motivate the employer to contact you. This is very important. सैम्पल्स देखें आप कवर लेटर्स के, उनमें आपको कहीं ना कहीं बहुत अच्छा सा एक जनरल स्टेटमेंट मिलेगा in which you would be showing a positive interest in getting to know the employer better and asking for an interview. Make this closing paragraph between 2 to 4 sentences. Direct the employer to your enclosed resume and make sure you specify that you are available for an interview. Finish off by thanking the recruiter for their time and consideration and welcome them to get in touch with you to continue the conversation. Now, this is not just one line. It is supposed to be at least 2 to 3 or 4 lines, and ask the employer or tell them that you have enclosed your resume and make sure that you specify your availability for an interview, and then tell them or in the end thank them for their time and consideration, and let them know that you would be following up or you would be looking forward to continuing the conversation. Let's look at the sample positive sentence. Given my experience, I feel that I could be a valuable contribution to Mumford & Sons and would love to hear more about the details of this position. When you are asking for more information, you can add such a positive sentence. Write an appropriate closing sentence. This is step number 7. It's a good idea to thank the reader for his or her time, as this is the only thing you can be assured of receiving from them. At this point in time, of course, this is one very important thing that they have done for you, that they have taken out time and read your cover letter. So thank them for that. After that, write sincerely, respectfully, or regards. Leave several spaces and print your name. Now, thank you very much for your time. This is most appropriate, most professional way of thanking the other person. After a little space, you write sincerely. Any closing remarks, respectfully is fine. Regards is also fine. And after several spaces, enter spaces 3 या 4 के बाद आप अपना नाम print करेंगे, और जो space है उसमें print करने के बाद अपने signature करेंगे. This is called signature block. Add your signature if you will be submitting your cover letter digitally. It's a good idea to scan and add your signature. Write it in with a digital writing pad or make a digital signature stamp with appropriate software. Now, these are all kinds of things that you can do. You can just print your document out, and the space that is right here between sincerely and the name आप अपना sign कर देते हैं. आप अपना digital sign भी कर सकते हैं using different softwares. अपना signature stamp बना सकते हैं, या document को scan करके आप उसमें signature करके भी scanned copy जो है वो email कर सकते हैं. This was step number 8. Step number 9 is make a notation of the enclosures. If you enclose something such as a resume with a letter, you should indicate that the letter contains enclosures by making the notation enclosure or enclosures at the bottom of the letter or the email you use to send the letter. Now if your cover letter has your resume with it, तो end में ज़रूर उसके साथ enclosure लिखें with a notation, because when the cover letter is read by the end, the reader should know कि इसके साथ आपका resume भी है. Then review your cover letter. These are the things that you have to keep in mind while reviewing. Spell check and proofread. If you have a spell check feature, use it. Some programs such as Microsoft Word also include a grammar check that you should use. Proofread your letter yourself. Some things to look out for are, now these are some very important indications about how to proofread your letter. Your cover letter should not go to your prospective employer with errors. This is highly unprofessional way of sending a cover letter or a resume. You should always make sure कि आपके resume में किसी किस्म का कोई भी technical error नहीं है. This is all about technical writing. Technical writing is not supposed to be with errors. It is supposed to be error free. These are the things that you have to look out for. Avoid common misspellings. Avoid writing in the passive tense. Own your accomplishments. Never write this was done by me. Write I did this. This is going to be like owning your accomplishment rather than saying that was done by me. Stay away from phrases like this experience gave me the opportunity to, or worse, these goals were met by me. You do not want to sound like everything happened to you or that it was done by some other entity. You are supposed to say that you did it. Make yourself the active subject of every sentence. In this role, I developed, reinforced, learned, use these words, pick up these words, and इसका सबसे अच्छा idea ये होता है कि read through as many samples of cover letters as possible from the internet. Read through them. Never copy paste that information into your cover letter. अपना cover letter आप खुद लिखें, लेकिन उनको पढ़ने से आपको बहुत अच्छी तरह से आइडिया हो जाएगा कि आप किस तरह से अपना अच्छा कवर लेटर बना सकते हैं. However, this does not imply that every sentence should start with I. So vary your syntax accordingly. Sentence structure को vary करें. हर sentence I से शुरू मत करें. थोड़ा सा different करें. कुछ phrases add करें. कुछ clauses add करके अपना resume को बहुत enrich और variety के साथ करें. Break down any contractions. Never use short forms in such formal writing. Letter of applications are never with short forms. कोई भी technical correspondence कभी भी short forms में नहीं होती. इसमें contractions नहीं use करते. I've को आप I have में लिखें, not I've or I'll or I'm. These are not used in cover letters. So as to cultivate a more professional tone of your letter. Avoid colloquial or informal writing. You want to sound professional and educated. Avoid all forms of slang, short forms of words, and texting lingo. Text language or conversation language, colloquial, informal style, slang, हर तरह की ऐसी चीज़ आपको अपने cover letter में avoid करनी है. Check your punctuation carefully. Be very, very careful about your punctuation. Put commas and semicolons and dashes and dots wherever they are needed. Capitalize करें, नामों को ज़रूर capitalize करें. हमारे पाकिस्तानी students के साथ बहुत ये problem है कि they don't remember where to capitalize a proper noun. आप days of the week, months of the year को capital करना भूल जाते हैं. अक्सर नामों को capitalize करना भूल जाते हैं. That is a sin in technical writing. किसी भी cover letter या resume या किसी भी form of technical writing में आप punctuation errors कभी भी overlook मत करें. Then second point is read it aloud to hear how it sounds. Do not rely on the spell and grammar check to catch mistakes. Consider asking a friend or even two to proofread your letter as well. Do ask somebody else to read your letter so that you can avoid any kind of errors that you have. Spell check पर rely मत करें. कभी कभार उनसे कुछ ना कुछ mistakes रह जाते हैं. When somebody else will read your cover letter, it would be highly probable के उसमें कोई mistake जो है वो ना हो. If no one is available to help, another good strategy is to spend some time away from your final drafts for about hours and a whole day so that you can return to it with a fresh perspective. अगर कोई available नहीं है आपका letter पढ़ने के लिए तो stay away from your letter for some time, about a few hours or a day. Next day आप उसे पढ़ें और एक fresh mind के साथ आप दोबारा जब उसे थोड़े gap के बाद देखेंगे तो you might spot some errors या किसी भी किस्म की गलतियां. Now, questions to ask yourself when preparing your cover letter. Find your answers to these important questions before you start writing your cover letter. What is the complete name of the company to which you are applying for a job? Now, these all are about 10 questions that are for you. You read through these questions, and while you answer these questions one by one, you have a very substantial piece of information to add to your cover letter. So you can read through these yourself. It's can be a kind of an activity, and sit down, spend some time in researching about a particular position, write a cover letter. Even if you are not applying for a job right now, as we all know, you are studying, एक cover letter लिख के अपने laptop computer system में saved रखें, अपने mail box में saved रखें, in case you get a very good opportunity where you need to send your resume or cover letter as soon as possible. उसको खोलें, उसमें थोड़े बहुत changes करें and send it over. And अच्छा सा cover letter आपका इस time पर ready होगा तो बाद में you just have to make some adjustments and your cover letter would be ready. Now this was all about how to write a cover letter. Now we move on to talking about samples of cover letter, types of cover letters and samples. We'll quickly move through. You can read this document on your own. This document is particularly for your help to read through all the samples that I have put here so that you can develop your own good comprehensive cover letter. All cover letters should explain why you are sending a resume. This is a kind of a review, a recap that we just talked about. Don't send a resume without a cover letter. Don't make the reader guess what you are asking for. Be very specific. Do you want a summer internship opportunity or permanent position at graduation? Are you inquiring about future employment possibilities? So be very, very clear about that. Tell specifically how you learned about the position or the organization. This is one very important part of your cover letter. You have to tell the employer how did you get to know about the position. Convince the reader to look at your resume. Write in a way that they are convinced. Persuade them to, after reading the cover letter, go over to your resume and give it a reading. Call attention to elements of your background. As I told you before, there are always certain special achievements in everybody's life, in everybody's professional career. So pick those one or two important milestones and discuss those as your background and highlight those so that the employer knows कि ये आपकी achievements हैं जो job से related हैं और आपको interview मिलने का एक बहुत अच्छा chance हो जाएगा. Reflect your attitude, your motivation, enthusiasm and communication skills are supposed to be reflected in your cover letter. Provide or refer to any information specifically requested in a job advertisement. Now any information, any relevant specific request that has been made in the job requirement उसको cater करें. अगर आपके job requirement में कहा गया है कि you should have an internship of 6 months and you have it, always mention that. And for example, some some teaching jobs require some kind of teaching practice, some kind of an education degree. So always refer that you have that teaching practice and you have that teaching degree, education degree, so that the employer knows that you are a very good candidate for this job. Indicate what you will do to follow up. Always tell them how you would follow up, whether you will send an email, whether you will call up, or you will visit the center or their organization to about follow up. The kinds of cover letters are in a letter of application applying for an advertised opening. Applicants often say something like, I look forward to hearing from you. However, if you have further contact and if the employer hasn't said no phone calls, it's better to take the initiative to follow up, saying something like, I will contact you in the next 2 weeks to see if you require any additional information regarding my qualifications. Now in a letter of application, how you follow up is that you either give them a call or you just say that you're looking forward to hearing from them, or you say that in 2 weeks time you'll get back to them through email or through phone number or by visiting them. So this is how you follow up in a letter of application. In a letter of inquiry, that is a networking cover letter, asking about the possibility of an opening, don't assume the employer will contact you. You should say something like, I will contact you in 2 weeks to learn more about upcoming employment opportunities with the name of the organization. Then mark your calendar to make the call. Yes, and keep this as a reminder that you have to make the call after 2 weeks. In networking or inquiry cover letters, most employers do not contact you. You have to do that yourself, because you are the one who is asking for assistance. You are the one who is asking for possible positions. They are not supposed to call you all the time, because they receive inquiry letters all the time. They just cannot take out time to contact everyone. So आपने खुद उन्हें फ़ोन करके अपनी information लेनी है. Page margins, font styles and size, we have discussed this in detail. Your font size is supposed to be from 10 points to 12. Generally black park of looking appropriate. You are supposed to keep it in black color. It's supposed to be Times New Roman, Arial or Calibri. Calibri again is a very very clear font. 1.5 or 1 inch generally आपका font चारों size से होना चाहिए. टेक्स्ट फ्लश आपका लेफ्ट साइड पर हो सकता है. एंड sometimes when you need to keep your cover letter to 1 page, आपको थोड़ा सा मार्जिन शायद ऊपर नीचे से ड्रैग करना पड़े, लेकिन कोशिश करें कि बिल्कुल पेज के किनारों तक नहीं जाए. स्टैंडर्ड पेज साइज यूज़ करें. एंड योर resume cover letter font style and size match. This is very important. It can be a nice touch to look polished, but it's also possible to have polished documents that are not in matching fonts. A significant difference in style and size might be noticed. So don't keep it very different. हर पैराग्राफ का font style size different मत करें. Keep it in a very standard uniform font style and size. Now we are moving over to some samples of letters of application. Cover letters generally fall into one of these two categories. Now these in this document they have kind of mixed up your inquiry letter, your cover prospecting and networking cover letter into inquiry letter. They are almost the same. So let's look at a letter of application that is used for applying for a specific advertised opening. This is the sample of a letter of application, hard copy version, and we look at the email version as well. This is the address, name, email address, phone number. You can put the date right here, or it can be on the right side or the left side. Then the addressee's address, जिसको आप लिख रहे हैं, your their name, dear Miss Wilson. I read in the March 24th Washington Post classified section of your need for a civil engineer or building construction graduate for one of your Washington DC area sites. I will be returning to the Washington area after graduation in May and believe that I have the necessary credentials for the project. Now this was basic information. You told them why you are writing. Right in the beginning you specified how did you get to know about the position. So this is where you can apply all the previous knowledge that we have just discussed in this lecture. Every summer for the last 5 years I worked at various levels in the construction industry. Now from here on you are going to talk about your job, your experience. In addition to this practical experience, I will complete requirements for my BS in building construction in May. Now they are studying for the same course in building construction that is required for this job. So it is they have taken care कि उनकी जो पढ़ाई है वो job से बहुत closely related हो. The Anderson Construction Company projects are familiar to me. Now they are telling them about the particular company that they are applying for, and my aspiration is to work for a company that has your excellent reputation. And this is a very general, very well written sentence that can impress any employer. I would welcome the opportunity to interview with you. I will be in Washington area during the week of April 12th and would be available to speak with you at that time. In the next week to 10 days, I will contact you to answer any questions you may have. Now उन्होंने उनके साथ नेटवर्क भी कर लिया है कि फॉलो अप कैसे करेंगे. अगले 1 वीक या 10 दिनों में वो वापस कांटेक्ट करेंगे. And they have also given their time of availability in the Washington area so that they can be contacted. Thank you for your consideration. Sincerely. And then you can add your handwritten signature and your name and enclosure. Enclosure means that your resume is included. Now let's look at this letter of inquiry. It is used to express interest in an organization, but you are not certain if there are current openings. Yes, letter of inquiry is for your expression of interest in working for a particular organization, but you are not sure whether there are job openings or not. The sample letter of inquiry about internship opportunities, hard copy. Now this can be a very good style of kind for you, because at this level, after about 2 or 3 semesters, you might get an opportunity or requirement from your university for an internship. तो आपको अप्लाई करना होगा जगह जगह डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में इंटर्नशिप्स के लिए, जो कि अखबारों में ऐड भी आते हैं, उनकी वेबसाइट्स पर भी इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल होती है. And your university also lets you know where and which organizations offer such internships. So ये वाला cover letter आपको help कर सकता है अपना cover letter लिखने में. Now see, they have changed your address and all into लेटर हेड. आपकी डेट जो है वो इस स्टाइल में लेफ्ट साइड पर है. देन यू हैव द नेम ऑफ योर एम्प्लॉयर एंड देन द सब्जेक्ट विल्डरनेस चैलेंज इंटर्नशिप पोजीशन. नाउ इंटर्नशिप पोजीशन के लिए आप लिख रहे हैं, इसलिए उसका टाइटल आप यहाँ लिख देंगे, डियर मिस रेंज. आप सेकेंड नेम से उनको एड्रेस करेंगे, not with the first name Sylvia, because that is very informal. This semester I am a junior at Virginia Tech, working toward my bachelor's degree in family and child development. I am seeking an internship for this summer 2010, and while researching opportunities in the field of criminal justice and law, I found that your program works with juvenile delinquents. I am writing to inquire about possible internship opportunities with the Marion County Family Court Wilderness Challenge. Now this again, the background that is stated here totally matches a student's background, because they are still at Virginia Tech working towards their bachelor degree in this particular program, and then they are seeking an internship in 2010, summer 2010, and by then the internship opportunity will definitely come up, and they are giving their availability for that time. My work background and coursework have supplied me with many skills and an understanding of dealing with the adolescent community. For example, 10 hours per week as a volunteer hotline assistant for a local intervention center. After a 50-hour training program, I counseled teenagers about personal concerns and referred them when necessary to appropriate professional services for additional help. Now this is the counseling work that they've been doing. उसको उन्होंने points में, bullets में mention कर दिया, and this is a very good format, layout of a cover letter. आप बजाय paragraphs में लिखने की चीज़ों को अगर bulleted points में करेंगे, then everybody would be interested in reading them, because they'll appear short and concise. Residence hall assistance in my residence hall, which requires me to establish rapport with 50 residents and advise them on personal matters as well as university policies. Now this is another point that they have mentioned regarding their experience about what they have done before, so that it is totally expressive of being relevant to the job or internship that they are seeking. So the employer would definitely call them for an interview. My enclosed resume provides additional details about my background. You tell them that you have enclosed your resume so that they go over and read it. I will be in the Marion area during my spring break, March 6 to 10. And here comes the availability. I will call you next week to see if it would be possible to meet with you in early March to discuss your program. And this is the follow-up that they will call them in the next week to see whether they want to talk to them or not. Thank you for your consideration. Sincerely, your handwritten signature and your own name and enclosure. Enclosure इस तरह short form में भी लिख सकते हैं और पूरा enclosure भी लिख सकते हैं. Enclosure का मतलब है that your CV is attached. Now these were the two formats, both और hard copy form, because mostly हम अपना जो CV है वो hard copy form में भेजते हैं. And this one is specifically helpful for you as a student, because in future, in the near future, inshallah, you would be made to write, you would be asked to write a good cover letter and resume, because you will be applying for internships and jobs throughout various organizations. Now to recap or summarize what we did today, we talked about about different purposes of cover letters, what a cover letter is, why do we write cover letters. This is to network, to apply for a job, to explain your resume, to highlight your attributes, your personality, your enthusiasm, and your communication skills. We discussed the general structure of a cover letter. What are the parts that a cover letter is divided into? There is first paragraph, the second paragraph, some do's and don'ts we also discussed, and the body, what you have to add in that, and how you have to end a cover letter, and with enclosures and notation. And then we discussed kinds and samples along with how to write a cover letter. There was a detailed document about how to write a cover letter, what are the different concerns that you have to keep in mind, how to proofread it, how to make it totally error free, because all technical writing is supposed to be error free. And then I also showed you 2 samples of cover letters that were closely related to how you have to develop your cover letter in the near future. I hope this knowledge would help you develop a very good communicative cover letter for you that would help you get a very good job or internship opportunity in the future. If you still have any questions, you can always go back to these documents. These documents are self-explanatory. Read through them. All information is there. And as I told you earlier, you need to go through as many samples of cover letters as possible on the internet, so that you have a very clear idea what you need in your cover letter. This is the end of lecture number 29. We'll see you again. Thank you very much.